Okay, so for today, we are reading the article Eclipses on your checkpoint 5 eclipses. It's on slide 5. You click the link and it takes you to this article, or you can listen. You need to listen to this and watch us annotate. So, eclipses. People from cultures all over the world and all through history have observed eclipses in the sky and wondered why they occur. Some cultures believe that an eclipse of the sun occurs when an invisible dragon eats the sun. Others believe that poisons fell from the sky when an eclipse occurred. But scientists are able to use evidence to find out what happens within the sun, earth, moon system that allows eclipses to be possible. Researchers studied patterns in the data collected over hundreds of years in order to understand why eclipses take place. Thanks to that work, we can now explain this phenomenon. Eclipses can be grouped into 3 categories: solar, lunar, and annular eclipses. So I am going to highlight that. So there's solar, maybe solar, maybe it's going to work. Let's try this again. Try this. Okay, there we go. All right. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes directly between Earth and the sun, so that the moon's shadow falls on the Earth. So that is a solar eclipse. Occurs when the moon comes directly between the Earth and the sun. The key word is directly, because although the moon passes between Earth and the sun every month at a new moon, the moon's shadow misses Earth most of the time. During most new moons, the moon's shadow falls either above or below Earth. But on rare occasions, when the sun, Earth, and moon are aligned just right, the moon's shadow falls directly on Earth. During a solar eclipse, the darkest part of the moon's cone-shaped shadow, called the umbra, moves across the surface of the Earth. The umbra is usually only 250 kilometers, 155 miles wide, and only people who happen to be in its path can see a total blocking of the sun by the moon. So you'll see a total blocking of the sun by the moon, and that's called a solar eclipse. During a total solar eclipse, the moon only completely covers the sun for a few minutes. During those few minutes, the sky becomes dark enough to see bright stars and planets, and the air feels cooler. People who can see the total solar eclipse can see the outer atmosphere of the sun, called the corona, as the circle of light visible around the black disk of the moon. Outside the narrow path of the umbra, a shadow is cast that is not as dark as the umbra. The lighter part of the shadow is called the penumbra. People in the area covered by the penumbra see a partial solar eclipse. So people in the area covered by the penumbra see a partial solar eclipse. Because the penumbra is much larger than the umbra, more people are able to experience a partial eclipse than a total eclipse. Highlight that. More people are able to experience a partial eclipse than a total eclipse. Here we have some pictures. A lunar eclipse. In a lunar eclipse, Earth comes directly between the sun and the moon. Highlight that. An alignment that puts the moon in Earth's shadow. When the entire full moon falls within the darkest part of Earth's shadow, or umbra, we have a total lunar eclipse. Everyone on the night side of Earth, half of the globe, can see the eclipse when it occurs. Depending upon how much dust pollution and how many clouds are in Earth's atmosphere at the time, the moon may appear dark brown, red, orange, or yellow during the eclipse. A partial lunar eclipse occurs when only part of the moon passes through the Earth's umbra. A penumbral lunar eclipse occurs when the moon passes through only the lighter part of Earth's shadow, called the penumbra. Neither of these lunar eclipses is as colorful as a total eclipse. Since we now know more about the patterns that exist in the motion of the Sun, Earth, Moon system, we are able to predict the dates and locations of future eclipses. The next time you have an opportunity to view a solar or lunar eclipse in your area, don't pass it up. It is quite a show. So what you're going to do now is you're going to answer the Google form questions right here. There's only a couple. And that is all for today. If you have any questions, please join our Zoom meeting and I will be more than happy to help you. Have a wonderful day.